Gothlings! So today we're going to talk about podcasts. These are my top 5 favorite podcasts. I listen to many podcasts, so I'll probably do another one of these with more podcasts in a different episode, but I love podcasts. Podcasts are awesome. Podcasts for me are life. I listen to them more than I watch YouTubers and more than I do quite a few things. So I love podcasts, and you can listen to stuff while you cook, and it's just freaking awesome. And you get a lot more information and a lot of different details with all the different people and guests in these podcasts than you would just watching YouTube, even though I love YouTube, but podcasts for me and radio shows are where it's at. So my first one, these are in no particular order except for Cemetery Confessions. Cemetery Confessions is my top podcast. It is freaking awesome. I wrote all these down on my phone because I want to make sure I get my talking points. So Cemetery Confessions is awesome, and one of the reasons why they're awesome is, as I've mentioned before, they have different people on there, so it's not just one person's perspective, and they do movie reviews, they do music reviews, they talk about relevant, they are the most relevant podcast in the universe, in the Goth universe to date, personally, I think they are the most relevant, and they do a lot of things with this Goth subculture, and they talk about different things that related to the Goth subculture, and they're just awesome, and you get a lot of different people's views, and they're just awesome. If you're not listening to them, where do you live? What's going on? It's fucking awesome, and I love their movie and a lot of their album reviews too. Love it. The next one that I listen to is The Dark Light. It's a vampiric story that's told to you, and it's really cool. It's a long story, and it's an ongoing story, and it's really cool because they have breaks that has breaks of ambient and dark music, and it's fucking awesome, and it's really cool. So it's literally you can listen to it in the car, and it's something you can relax to, you can fall asleep to it, or you can just lie there on your couch with your scented clove candles or whatever the hell you're into and just listen to this, and it's really cool. And it's vampiric. Did I mention vampiric? It's fucking awesome, which brings me to my next podcast that's awesome, Buffy the Vampire Slayer. If you guys haven't heard of this podcast and you are a Buffy fan, you need to check them out. You know how there's history buffs? I'm a Buffy buff. I know almost everything there is to know about Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I am totally obsessed, and they go over all the different episodes and stuff and take looks, and it's awesome, and they do recaps and whatever, and just Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Put that on your list. It is awesome. If you're a Buffy fan, you can't miss this. The next one, number 4, is Gothcast. Gothcast is awesome. They take an in-depth look at Goth subculture, Goth topics like film. They do talk about fashion, and of course, one of my favorite things that they do is they give music reviews. I love Goth music, so if you are a Goth music person and you love Goth music, you will love Gothcast. It's fucking awesome. You can also find them on, YouTube, and you can find Cemetery Confessions on YouTube as well, but I try to listen to their podcasts. And the next one, talking about Goth music, brings me to my last and final, but not least, one of my favorite ones is Shadowplay. Shadowplay, it's a radio show that's been on for a really, really, really long time, and they're freaking awesome. They're full of dark wave, dark ambient, death rock, Goth music. One word, Goth music. So if you like Goth music and you just want to listen to awesome freaking music, check this out. Alright, so I'm going to go over them again, and I'll also list them down below. I'll put links to their stuff, but I'm going to go over them again. Cemetery Confessions, The Dark Light, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Gothcast, and Shadowplay! Okay, that was a mouthful. But yeah, have a good day.